fantastic mix of industries represented, not just tech, but also financial service, healthcare, manufacturing, all on the list. And you come from 10 countries, and together your company represents an employee base of over 15,000 people and an annual revenue of over $3 billion. So now, before we jump into exciting product announcement, I would like to take a moment to tell some early stories about Thoropass and walk down the memory lane, how this journey all started. So the journey started in 2019. I met my two co-founders, Eva and Austin. And in Austin's words, it was entrepreneur love at first sight. I have since gained a lot of weight, so I don't know if they meet me again today, this will still happen, but that was the case 5 years ago. I struggled with my SOC 2 audit in my prior insurtech startup. Austin paid his attorney $10,000 for a spreadsheet that contains everything he needs to know about HIPAA, except that there's no guidance on how to implement that. And Eva was helping dozens of technology companies with their SOC 2 audit and due diligence questionnaires, except that she wished there was a tool built for her clients. So 6 months later, after we met, we signed the article of incorporation. That is the second picture out there. As you can see, I was pretty stressed. I had no ideas what's coming up in the next 5 years, including this thing called COVID. If I knew, I would probably be less stressed of signing, incorporating the company. Very quickly, we got kicked out of the Bain Capital Ventures office and moved into what I call a down-market WeWork, the only office that we could afford. It has all the startup charm and everything, free coffee, you name it, and a beautiful view of the Manhattan skyline, except that it is behind a brick wall. So if you look out the window, it is an entire brick wall, but we were told that behind that wall is New York City. I guess that's a good thing because it minimizes distraction for startups. Focus is important. Until 3 p.m. every day, the guitar class starts the floor above, and then so be it. But all part of the journey. The problem that brought us, the three of us together, was pretty clear, right? Every company is becoming a tech company. While traditionally information security compliance programs and IT audits are only needed for large major service technology organizations, they are quickly becoming table stakes for every company, big and small. But the process of getting those certificates, it kind of sucks. It's too hard, it takes too long, and there's too much frustration along the way. Inspired by what TurboTax did to text filing and what Carta did to cap table management, we set out to make it easier for our companies to set up stage-appropriate compliance programs and pass audits without pulling their hair out. As we dug deeper, we realized that the challenge we're solving for compliance is not only for tech upstarts. Large companies have those problems too. And for them, it's not an individual problem, it's an organization challenge. The world has gotten so complex that the traditional mentality of throwing people at the problem just does not scale anymore. We need a better solution. And then about a year into our journey, we realized that we have another challenge to solve. We cannot accomplish our vision of end-to-end compliance without modernizing the audit, the assessment component of the journey. So in March 2021, we launched what was known at the time as the integrated audit to bring our innovation beyond compliance automation also to information security audit, the assessment process. This is now known as the oral way. The rest is history. We raised more money. We became a high-trust assessor at the end of 2022, and Thoropass was born in March 2023. Later that year, we became a PCI QSEC assessor, and this year we launched our AI manifesto. Just last week, we launched our new brand, Thoropass Health, for healthcare organizations. Which brings us to today, the first ever Thoropass Connect. It's been 5 years since that photo was taken at the BCV office with just the three of us. And now we have globally 220 Thoropassers, as well as over 1,000 customers using the platform. We have completed well over 1,000 audits, and in that process, saved our customer over 1 million hours with their compliance management and audit process. Thoropass's vision is to become the world's favorite compliance and audit solution. And that comes down to every interaction we have with our customers. Every minute our customer saves from copying and pasting documents. every dollar they save from an audit that is over budget and never ending, and every enterprise deals that our customer close because they have the right compliance certificate. That's what motivates me and all 220 Thoropassers to wake up every day and work hard. Of course, our job is far from being done, and today we're incredibly excited about what lies ahead and what we're launching to serve you even better in the age of AI. One other thing to say. Now, it would be weird if your compliance vendor are not compliant with the standards that they're selling, right? I can tell you that some of our competitors are not. But Thoropass, on the other hand, is with our customers every step in this journey. We're doing the same things and the right things that our customers are. So here's a short list of the standards and certificates that Thoropass is compliant with. And I'm proud to share that as of July this year, we're now HITRUST I1 certified. And as of just last week, we achieved the certification of ISO 42001 for AI management system. You may ask, wow, that's a lot of standards. How do you manage all of those different compliance requirements and audits? Guess what? We built a tool for that. I learned the word dog food when I was at Google. Thoropass has been dog fooding our products since day one. So being in the ICP of our own product gives us the unique insight for what our customers need and want, and enables our team to enhance our product and service at a rapid pace. It's been a busy year, and our teams have been pretty much shipping features on a weekly basis, and they couldn't wait to share with you all what's in store. So I'm excited to turn the stage to our VP of Product, Andrew Persons, to review all what we have launched over the past year and share a number of exciting updates that are coming up. So Andrew, here you go.
Thank you, Sam. We're very excited to share with you from our product engineering and design team what we've been working on over the past year. A few key areas of focus when we think about building product here at Thoropass. The first one of those, as Sam has mentioned, is the Oro way. And that's our unique way that we revolutionize the traditional compliance product. And we do that by having our auditors in-house. And we think outside of the box. So you're just going to see some examples of that with how we've tackled multi-framework and also how we're going to be tackling multi-product in the future. Also, we have verifiable compliance. Again, our secret sauce is having auditors in-house, ensuring that your compliance tasks make it all the way through into audit. And you'll see examples of that with our access review functionality and some new integrations that are coming. And then finally, love and innovation. We want to make sure that you, the InfoSec and compliance teams, are the rock stars of your company. So everything we do, we want to ensure that that's the case. So you'll see that in stuff as we mention our risk register and our new generative AI DDQ tool. Another cohesive thought as we've been building our product is how can we make your compliance journey and your audits a breeze? So I'm going to share 6 things that we've shipped over the last year that highlight that functionality. The first one is risk register. This was the #1 request we had from our clients. And so we built a brand new risk tool that allows you not only to enter your risk, but visualize your risk, manage and categorize your risk as well, and then connect that risk back through to your controls. Again, we have a fully integrated platform all the way through. And you all have been using it. So much so that you've connected 20,000 controls to risk since we've launched this. And our friends at Interval have found that this has taken a lot less time as they've needed to manage their risk. And I think more importantly, it's helped them to manage their compliance program up to their CEO and talk about risk in a meaningful way with them. Next, I'm going to talk about unified controls and multi-framework action items. Again, we have our auditors in-house, and we're able to see the connections between the frameworks and then pass that connection back to you as the customer. We created unified controls, allowing you to manage a control once and get credit for that across various different frameworks, and complete those tasks and action items one time, and then you get credit for it across the different frameworks. And the wonderful thing about this, the way this works, it's not just the frameworks that you're working on now, but as you're thinking about expanding your compliance profile, that also works there as well. For our multi-framework clients, there's been over 11,000 less controls you have had to manage since we've launched this functionality. And our friends at Preferred MD found that it was so easy to complete their HIPAA and SOC at the same time that now they're thinking about what framework can they tackle next, and they're thinking about high trust. So we combine the controls, making them easier for you to manage, but also you have all of your folks that need to work through those controls. And they like to work in the platforms that they work daily, like Jira. So we built a two-way sync that allows you to take your action items and sync those back over to your controls. And then the folks that complete those tasks, they can complete them in Jira, and then that will mark as done over in Thoropass. They can also add any attachments that are necessary. That will flow over to Thoropass and in turn make it over into audit, simplifying your life incredibly. Again, we've seen thousands of tickets close through this manner. And my friend David, the lights are really bright. I know you're here somewhere. Where are you, David? There he is. From our partners at SciSpike, found that this saves him a ton of time with that back and forth with their engineers on compliance tasks and allows them to complete stuff very quickly. So very excited about that. Rounding out the theme of making control operation easier, just this quarter we launched automated action items. This allows you to, if you've integrated your CSP into the system, then it will automatically check off the action items you have and update your health as well. So you don't have to think about it. It does it for you automatically. Obviously, it will also notice if anything is wrong and monitor that and let you know immediately. We've found that folks that use our integrations, it speeds up their audit immensely, so much though that it cuts audit time by 56%. So if you're not already integrating your CSPs and your other integrations, do so today. And we're building more and more integrations to come. We're looking to add over 50 integrations next year, including endpoint detection and response, application and cloud security, vulnerability management platforms, mobile device management platforms, and other B2B tools for access review. Next, I'm going to switch over and talk a little bit around generative AI. This is very, very exciting stuff, and Sam a little bit later is going to talk how we're thinking about superpowering what we do with this in the future. Now, this technology is exciting, but it also brings with it some unique challenges when it comes to compliance. So normally, you have the risk of data extraction or other bad actors, but with generative AI, there's some vulnerability that can happen because of its non-deterministic nature. There's the ability for bad actors to inject uncouth information into your AI and frankly just put in wrong information that could cause your AI to hallucinate and basically making your AI worthless. So how do you step into this new world confidently? You can do that with pen tests for AI. This will help you give you that confidence to maintain your generative AI journey. I can't wait for everyone here to get their hands on Access Review and see how much time that's going to save you, not only in this quarter, but all the coming ones as well. So we've talked a lot about what we've been working on over the year, as well as what we launched today, and now we're going to sneak peek in what's coming in Q4. As our clients have grown, we've seen the complexity of your compliance programs have grown as well, and we need to make the system match that. And we wanted to think in the Aura way, how can we make this easier for you? More and more of our clients are needing to manage compliance in not just a single product, but many products. And that obviously exponentially compounds how much compliance work and audit work you have to do. But of course, we're going to handle that the Aura way and make it easy. We're relaunching a multi-workspace, multi-product dashboard that allows you to see all of your products in one place. See where you are in your compliance journey across those products, and also manage your audits across those products as well. You'll be able to easily log into any of those products and switch between them with only logging in a single time. And then from there, you'll be able to also manage your users across the various different products. There's also different pieces of the platform that need to work together to make it work across those products. You may have an AWS instance that services multiple products at the same time, for instance. So we've given you the ability to have integrations apply across various different products. You can create the data rules that make sense for that, and then those will apply to your monitors and integrations, ensuring only the accurate information is there in our very, very powerful integration system. And last but not least, when it comes to multi-product, is the concept of multi-product controls. As we talked about earlier, With the multi-framework world, we're making it easier for you to manage across multi-framework. And we're taking that to the next level with multi-product. You can do a single control if it applies to more than one product and manage it in one time and complete all those tasks once. And then it will in turn apply to all the products and in turn those frameworks after that. So we're very, very excited about our 2025.
We're also officially launching our integration partner program. Integration is the key ingredient of the revolution that we're leading. And with a Thoropass integration, we're not just collecting evidence automatically. The evidence are programmatically verified and auditor approved so that we can save our customers tons of hours down the road. Which brings us back to today. Well, 2024 is an interesting time to be working in compliance. And the job of a risk manager has gotten so complex compared to it was even just a few years ago. You see headlines of security breaches almost on a daily basis, and sometimes they can feel unavoidable. The risk surface kept getting bigger. New regulations are being enacted every month, and bad actors are now equipped with the same AI tools that are meant to do good to the world. These situations calls upon us as a community to do more and do better. Each individual pieces of a traditional compliance program are still important, but they, by themselves, are no longer enough. We have to do all of those things and more. Later today, you will hear from Jim from JP Morgan. He runs a $23 billion vendor budget, and the level of sophistication of their program is unparalleled. But even they know they need to do more. Now, you would expect with all of those new risks and threats that we have to deal with, the CISOs are getting a blank check from the CEO for any tools that they deem necessary to avoid beyond a headline. Well, that is not really the case. In fact, if you adjust for inflation, the growth in security budget and really IT budget in general has decelerated pretty dramatically over the past couple years. At the same time, we have another challenge at hand, which is a talent challenge. It has been a few years now that we suffered from a severe talent shortage for both cybersecurity professionals as well as auditors and CPAs who are proficient in IT controls. Some of the best of them work for Thoropass, but there are fewer of them because the academies are just not producing enough talent that is commensurate to the growth of the industry. So the budget is not growing faster. There are fewer people to manage risk, and there are fewer people to assess risk. Where do we go from here? Well, that's where the X factor come in, and we all know it is Gen AI, and that's the new band in town. With the rapid advancement of AI, while creating a lot of risks by itself that you will hear a lot about later today, it also gives our generation an unprecedented opportunity to tackle those problems that I mentioned before in an exponential way. When we think about AI, the obvious thing that jumps to mind is automating processes, right? And compliance is one of those functions that have a lot of repetitive processes, which makes it great for machines to tackle. However, what I think is even more exciting is how Gen AI can enable us to unlock new possibilities that even just a few years ago we thought was impossible. So let's take a look at what key activities a traditional InfoSec compliance person will be working on. Evidence collection, policy enforcement, testing controls for internal or external audits. There's still a lot of manual work or what I call paper pushing in this whole process. Those things are important, but they don't really make your organization more secure. Thoropass is here to kill paper pushing. And if today, all the solutions out there can get us to 80%, infusing the Gen AI technology into each of those processes are going to get us to 99%. Imagine a world where manual evidence collection, manual policy enforcement, and manual control testing all become things of the past, like fax machines and flip phones. That, I believe, is how we truly unlock our people and budget. Don't get me wrong, I think human has a very important part to play in the age of AI. But human time should be spent on activities that are more strategic, less repetitive, work that makes the organization more secure in the future versus documentation of the past. I believe we will very quickly hit a tipping point when enough manual work is eliminated, and when critical mass of processes can run by themselves. That is the moment when we realize the true dream, the dream of true continuous compliance. Thoropass is uniquely positioned to tackle this challenge because we touch every stage of the compliance and audit lifecycle. And we're not talking about something that is years away. We're working on that right now. I'll leave you all with one parting thought. I firmly believe that when doing the right thing becomes easier, more people will follow. In the past 5 years, Thoropass has helped hundreds of companies going from 0 to having a fully functional compliance program. In the next 5 years, we're going to redefine how compliance as a function is done for companies across the world. And I would like all of you to join us in that journey. Thank you.